right, we got some folks that were in here for the last one, but for those that are not, we'll have an opening statement from Coach Gates. Then we'll get questions for the student athletes. And again, please, before you ask your question, raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you and state your name and affiliation for transcription purposes. Coach, the floor is yours for an opening statement.
Well, it's great to see people in the stands. Last year's experience, we were there by ourselves, cardboard cutouts. So to have the atmosphere the way that it was, I thought it was very special for our conference to be represented that way, and the fans that came out, whether it was for the women's game or our games tonight. I thought it was beautiful to see. Hats off to the opponent, Coach Nagy. We go way back, and he did a great job. His program did a great job. We knew all along in this season, no matter what the record were or was, that program is a championship program. They have great players and obviously a great leader, so hats off to them. Tonight they played better than us. I mean, it is what it is. No matter what happened beyond or before during our season, they played better than us. They shot the ball at a high level. They were able to get to the free throw line and execute. And obviously in the second chance points, they were able to do that early, but I just thought they were better than us tonight, and they did a great job. I'm proud of my guys, proud of our program, proud of what we have done. It's unfortunate because I truly believe this is a program that can win games in the NCAA tournament. Our team is that, and to have one representative, whoever it is, my hat's off to them. But I thought our program did a tremendous job in the postseason of last year in the summer, and obviously leading into this season to prepare ourselves for a NCAA tournament berth. I'm not disappointed in my players. I love them to death. They know that. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of what they have done over a body of work this year, and they're a great representation of our university, and I'm proud of them, and I'm proud of the support that came.
All right, questions for the student athletes for Brock or Demoy. Again, please raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. Go right here, in front. Your name and affiliation, please.
Joe Noga, Cleveland.com. This one's actually for Coach. Just in responding to their ability to get the ball down low, get it into Grant, and get a few early buckets that way, you made substitutions and tried to find the right matchups. What were they doing defensively that was frustrating you guys early in the first half there?
I can't say anything was frustrating us, but that's a good question. I thought they played a great style of basketball, no different than they did the previous two meetings. This time, their shots were falling. I thought shooting a high percentage is what, paralyzed us. Defensively, we knew they were going to go in the paint. We knew they were going to take twos. I thought our guys did a tremendous job of getting stops, but we didn't get the second chance points away from them. I think they scored a 3 or 2 threes. Vasily started off 3 for 3 from I believe from the three-point line, or 2 for 2 from the three-point line early on. And guys made shots, man. They made plays. And at this point in the season, you got to make plays. We didn't make enough of them. They made more.
Next question. Right up here in front.
Yeah, Tom Archdeacon of Dayton Daily News. Coach Gates, just Vasily, you mentioned him a little bit. What kind of problem does he present for you, for an opposing team? He can shoot from outside and he's a force inside.
Well, I thought Coach Nagy has done a great job not only developing his players, but the development of Vasily is well documented. Being a player that came in and playing behind an all-league center the last 2 years, he was able to absorb something, and you can see clearly what that was. His team is going to depend on him. But I think it's more of a program that's not centered around one person. No different than Vasily was the star tonight. I wouldn't be shocked if Tanner Holden or Trey Calvin or even Tim Finke is the star tomorrow night. I truly believe it's a balanced team, and they play a balanced style of basketball.
Back to the front row.
Joe Noga, Cleveland.com. For Demoy, and then I'll get Brock in a second. Demoy, you guys cut the lead to I believe 7 in the second half. There were runs and there were stretches there. Was there any moment in that second half where you guys thought, hey, we've got them. There's momentum. We can we can do this. Just speak to the confidence and the energy that you guys tried to keep up there in the second half.
I'll say during that time we felt confident the whole second half that we know we've been there before, like we could always come back. So I didn't feel as if we couldn't cut the lead on and take the lead, but I mean they hit shots, so congrats to them. But I feel like we are confident to come back and win the game. So
Anyone else? Another one for Joe? Go ahead. Go ahead, Joe.
Brock, we talked about just the toughness and the fight inside there, the size. I think you had what nine rebounds today, something like that. Just when did you realize you were going to have to go down there and scrap and fight and just try to exert yourself on Grant and those guys down low?
There was never a time when I was just thinking that's what I was gonna have to do. It just kind of during the time of the game, that's just where my position was falling, and that's what I had to do for the team to help win. And we fell short. Congrats to Wright State. But yeah, that was a position that I was put in, and I was just doing my best to help.
Any other questions? Right there. Go ahead. Horizon.
Bob McDonald, Horizon Roundtable. Coach, this question is for you. Wright State started the game in the paint, and then they switched over to the three-pointers, and it didn't seem like they could miss. How difficult was it for you to be able to adjust to whatever they were trying to do, especially during, as they were switching from the paint and then to the perimeter?
That's a good question. I'll say this. Basketball is about a game of runs. Every time we attempted to make a run, they made a big play. And that's what takes place in these moments in postseason where you make runs, and we knew we were going to make runs, but every single time, whether it was the way the ball bounced and us not securing a defensive rebound and the ball just tapping or finding its way to their hands, they get a putback. Or even a run where we nick a three-point shooter's hand in Norris and he hits a 4-point play. Those are situations that we put ourselves in, and we didn't make enough plays without the ball in our hands. And that's the situation that Wright State was able to kind of exploit us on. And they did a good job. They didn't panic, and they made big play after we made runs to stop our run. And then it's almost like we had to start from scratch.
Any other questions? I'll throw in one here. Obviously, the dream is of the NCAA tournament, but as the #1 seed, you know that there is the NIT in your future. Just your thoughts about knowing what your tournament destination is going to be now for next week.
Well, again, I'm proud of our program, guys. I'm absolutely proud of them. I love them. I'm proud of the staff. What that says is that a full body of work is rewarded. I believe that's why they implemented the rule with the NIT, because there were several teams not being able to play postseason if they lost in a one-bid league or a tournament. And for our program to get an automatic bid for something like that prestigious, I was fortunate enough as a freshman at Cal to win the whole thing, and it was a beautiful thing to play in the Garden during that time, and it's special. I'll talk to these guys about it. That wasn't our focus. It wasn't our conversation, so we're disappointed that we're not able to continue our season, but I'm not upset at our guys. I'm not upset at our staff. I'm upset, if anything, at myself. Always look in the mirror and see what I can do better as a head coach and as a leader, and the rest may fall. We'll watch the film, but I'm proud of our program. I'm proud of our institution, our athletic director, Scott Garrett, and our president, Harlan Sands. I'm proud of these guys.
Guys, thank you very much for your time, and best of luck in the NIT.
Thanks, guys. Go Vikes.